Ross, thank you for joining us. You're in your third season at Ross County now. How has this season compared to the previous seasons for you?
Yeah, it's been good. I think also the team's performing a lot better than we have in previous years. So the team's been doing really well. On a personal note, I've not played as many games as I would have wanted, but obviously I've been playing the last few weeks and I'm enjoying it, and hopefully I can stay in there.
This season you've had strong competition in the form of Ash Maynard Brewer, and you previously had Ross Doohan and Nathan Baxter competing with you. How good is it to come in and feel like you've got that competition and there is a fight in their hands for that position?
No, it's good. Obviously you want to come in and work with kind of good goalkeepers, and I think Ash has been brilliant since he came in, and he's done really well for such a young goalkeeper. He's got a big kind of future ahead of him, so no, he's done great, and I've enjoyed working with him, and I think there is a kind of close-knit unit, the goalies, and I think that Scott kind of creates that with us. So no, I enjoy coming in, and we all work really hard every day and push each other on, so I think it's a case of whoever's playing, they're playing, and everyone else has got to kind of support them. So no, it's been good.
You mentioned there the tight-knit relationship between the goalkeepers, which is kind of outset by Scott Thompson. Tell us a bit about how that kind of operates, because it is very, very unique where it is four goalkeepers led by a goalkeeping coach in their only environment for most of the time. Yeah,
I think obviously outfielders are with the manager and Don a lot of the time. We're obviously with Scott for maybe 60-70% of the sessions, so we spend a lot of time together, so you get quite close, and no, it's good that way. It's just doing things you want to do, but no, I really enjoy it, and Scott's great as he keeps us all kind of working hard and keeps us on our toes, so that's what you want, to come in and work hard every day.
How important personally is it for you to have relationships like that, where you've got someone like Scott Thompson with so much experience that can offer so much to you as a player, as well as the group of young goalkeepers as well?
No, it's great. I think Scott's been really experienced. He's played at a high level, and obviously he's coached at big teams as well, so his experience is kind of invaluable to us and what we've got here. So I enjoy working with him, and obviously you can always get ideas and wee pointers off him that you can do, and he obviously puts on good training for us as well. And he's got a kind of bigger role now. He's doing a lot of the kind of set piece stuff, and obviously the manager kind of listens to a lot of things he kind of says as well. So he's got a kind of big impact on the team now. It's not just kind of doing setting the goals. He kind of has a lot of say in what happens with the team as well.
This season had a very challenging start for everyone. Things turned around pretty dramatically after the end of October. Tell us from behind the scenes what it was like during that period, first of all, when things were tough at the start of the season, but then building on the momentum after the big win in Dundee.
Yeah, I think it would have been easy to just change the manager's philosophy and just do kind of route one and abandon what we kind of worked on off pre-season, but also there were a lot of new players and kind of turnover of players, and the manager had a kind of strategy and a way he wanted us to play, and this kind of attacking way and get the ball wide. So we just kind of stuck to that, even when I think we went 10 games without a win, but we still kept sticking to what the manager believed in, and we kept working it in the training ground. And I think a lot of games at the start of the season was really unlucky in some of the games. So we stuck to the philosophy, and then obviously as soon as we got that kind of first win, the confidence just kind of came with it. And we've kind of not looked back since then. I think the team's been doing really well since that start of the season.
You mentioned it there that it was 10 games without a win. Since then, it's been 5 defeats out of the last 17 games. Mm-hmm. It's an incredible change in fortunes for the team. That surely must lift everyone behind the scenes as well, the players, the staff, to really feel like there is that strong direction of travel now.
Yeah, I think so, and the manager's kind of touched on it as well, saying that we don't really have any fear out with the old firm. Like, there's not much difference in quality between the kind of rest of the teams, and on your day you can beat them, and it's not a case of going in trying to just sit in against them and hope we can scrape a 1-0. We're actually going and taking the games to these teams, and no, it's been good, it's been enjoyable as well. It's not just been a case of sitting in and hoping we can sneak a goal. We've actually kind of took the games to teams, and I think we've kind of benefited for that as well. Teams kind of see us as a threat as well. It's not been a case of, oh, let's just go and attack Ross County. They've got that kind of threat. They're worried about us as well and what we kind of bring to them, which probably wasn't as much a case last season.
White's in the middle, waiting for the ball in. It almost came to him. It's also come to Regan Charles Cook. It's teed up, it's McGregor, and it's in from Matthew Wright in the 96th minute.
How important is mental strength during that period? Because it'd be very easy after 10 games to feel like things were not going your way and things weren't great. but to stay strong and then to go on the type of run that the club's gone on to then be the third top scorers in the league, that takes a strong mental strength to come back from where we were to where we are now.
Yeah, and I think it's everyone. It's not just the managers, it's the players, it's everyone involved kind of in the background as well. Everyone's kind of on the same page and everyone wants the same things for Ross County. The players want to do well for the club, the management want to do well, so we've just had to kind of stick together. And also, like you say, it was difficult at the start, and I think a lot of people were questioning us, but we knew we had a lot of new players and it was going to take a time to gel, and we were working really hard in the training ground, and we've not really changed anything since the start of the season, but obviously the results have picked up. I think obviously just getting used to different players coming in, and but everyone knows the system we kind of want to play now and the way we want to play, so when one player comes in and one comes out, it's easy.
The league table is pretty incredible at the moment. 7 points between Ross County in 10th and Hibs in 4th. Does that show how intense and how tight the league is this season, where on any given day anything can happen? Yeah,
it's crazy, to be honest with you. I've not really seen a league like this before. There's usually like a kind of top 6 and a bottom 6, or it's kind of split like that, but this year it's been so close throughout, and like one win you can jump 2-3 places up the table. It's like a defeat you can kind of slip right close to the bottom as well, so it's great. I think it's good for Scottish football as well, like not just for Ross County. I think all across the board it's been really good, and you go to a game thinking you generally go and win. Every game you go into, you believe you can go and get a result. So it's been good, and I think long may it continue.
Opportunity here for the man in form. Charles Cook, it's blocked. It's now Callahan keeps it out and hits the back of the net. Ross County were not behind for long. That's the way to hit back.
It's been a season described as having all the big city clubs back in the top flight. It must be pleasing as a group and individually to go toe-to-toe with every team. You know, took Celtic to the 97th minute here, draw with Rangers here. It really goes against the narrative of what people would see Ross County as the small fish in the big pond this year.
Yeah, and I think we've got to believe that we can go and beat these teams. There's not really a kind of fear going into these games. Obviously, they know we respect them, they're good players, but we've got to believe that we can go and get a result against these teams. Otherwise, we're not going to be in the league. So, like we've got our plan in place at the start of the week, and we work on how we're going to try and hopefully beat the opposition and work on look at their strengths and weaknesses, and we do it in depth every game. So we go into the game knowing exactly what we want to try and achieve at the end of it.
Ross, thank you for joining us.
Bye.